Rain came, wind blew, my house was built on you.
Hello my friend, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Ishe. If this is your first time seeing, well, my hands, please don't make it your loss by clicking that subscribe button. On this channel we basically are a group of friends who are intentionally becoming her. So if this is something that you're interested in, please do go ahead and click the subscribe button to join the friend squad. If you're a returning friend, I love you so much. Thank you so much, friend, for coming back for yet another video. So I actually lost the intro for this video. That's why I am doing this voiceover. Imagine I only noticed it as I was editing, and I unfortunately cannot do an intro because I look a mess. Today was a huge cleaning day in my household, so girl, I can't do that. Nonetheless, welcome to Wife Diaries episode 3. So this was actually supposed to be episode 4, but yeah, you know what happened last month. We didn't get to chat, we didn't get to show this side of our lives, but anyway, here we are. This is the dinner. This is how it ended up looking like. I'm still working on my plating skills, but man, it tasted good. So friend, I just wanted to say something because I was taking a couple of selfies of myself just now, and I thought, my goodness, I look good. I look good. Anyway, so in the last video, right, in the last Wife Diaries video, I think it was episode 2. Yes, it was episode 2. I talked about how, you know, the pressure of being a kept wife, you know, the kept wife aesthetic is really ruining people nowadays, and I think it's just too much. But at the same time, I mentioned that it's very important for, you know, I think it's very important for you as a wife, as a woman in general, to make sure that you know, prioritize the way that you look, prioritize, you know, making sure that you always put together. I've actually made videos on how to glow up, how to look put together and all that, and I think it's very important. But I just actually was thinking about something, you know. I was thinking about how I think it's very important, and I actually love it when I always look good. When I look good, I feel more confident, I feel, you know, I feel more in tune with myself. But I've noticed, right, and the reason why I actually try to prioritize how I look, especially when I do travel and all that, is because of this. I have noticed that the same way that, you know, my husband, when he's looking one type of way or the other, that reflects on me, right? You know, when, as a wife, when your husband is looking scruffy, it's never him who gets blamed. It's never him who gets looked down upon. It's always you as the wife. Have you noticed that? And I think that's the same thing, you know, vice versa. I think that the way that I also look reflects one type of way on my husband. So I need to be able, so I think this is the first video, I think, where I've said my husband. I usually say pastor. I usually say mufundisi. Anyway, so I always make sure that I'm conscious of the fact that, you know, if I don't look put together, if I look scruffy, especially, not to say that you always have to look, you know, all done up and everything, but like, you don't need to look scruffy. And I've always said to myself, I should never look scruffy. Why? Because Mfundis is the one who's going to, I've gone back, my husband is the one who's always going to be, you know, blamed for that. You know, people will say, he's not taking care of his wife. People will say this and that. So I've really actually made it a point to say, I do not need to you know, to make people say bad things about my husband, right? You know, you need to represent your husband well. You also need to represent yourself well, right? If you're not married. But if you're married, you need to represent your husband well. And I personally enjoy representing pastor well, right? What else? I had actually written down something. Yes. And conclude. Okay, yes, that's another thing. You find that, you know, if your husband is looking funny, right? So it goes without saying that you need to make sure that he's always looking good. But if he's looking funny, if he's looking somehow, if he's wearing iron clothes, if he's, you know, if he's looking dirty, if he's looking somehow, right? People automatically conclude that you failed as a wife. And even though that may not be a true reflection, because, you know, probably many other times he's always looking put together, he's always looking okay, he's always looking good, right? People will use just that one to say, God's one is not doing well, right? So I think it's very important for us to be aware of that aware of the fact that the way that we look, the way that our husbands look is very, very important, right? You need to be able to understand that. I've really learned that, because I also do that. I'm sorry, I also do this. I will be honest. I will look at someone, I think, I say, my wife like Baba and the wife said it's fine. Like, ask one like, can't you see that this needs to be washed? So this man, I'll try to translate this man actually left his house, and his wife said it's fine for him to step out looking like that. So yeah, I think it's very important. I think it's very important for you to be able to understand that, you know, that reflects badly. And now that I am married, this is not to give, like, not to say that I am a marriage expert, but like, now that I'm married, I'm also conscious of the fact that, you know, there are people who think like me, right? So this is why this is something that's very important for me, because I think like that. I look at people and I judge. Do you know judge, guys? Do you know judge? So I think I always, because do you know judge, I try to make sure that I don't give people many opportunities to judge me. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for coming to my TED talk. But yeah, before I go, let me show you what I'm wearing. Yeah, you probably have seen this. I'm trying to think, should I put this in the, should I put the OOTD in this video or in the other vlog? No, I'll put it in that. I'll put it here. So let me shift where you are and put you somewhere else so you can see what I'm wearing. So this is what I'm wearing. Everything is from Shein. You've seen all this before. You know this top. Actually, the day that I talked, it's funny, the day that I talked to you in the previous vlog about how, like, people were complimenting me when I went to my previous school, I was actually wearing this. So there's something about this top. I actually bought a white one, so I'm excited about that. So these, I've worn these before. These, I last wore them when I went for the Lusaka work retreat. So anyway, this is the fit. Let me put on Amazaza. Right. I hope you can see me like in full frame. Actually, I don't put these on. How does this look? Anyway, so this is the fit. I'll try to see if I can get a picture taken, because I hardly get full pictures taken. I usually take selfies. Anyway, that's it. Hi friends, today is Sunday, a blessed Sunday. I've just come back. You should have seen the video that I did on like the Zimbabwean lobola kupereka process, right? And in that video I also mentioned that my best friend got married. So yeah, today's the day that we've just come back from kuperekaing her, right? So kupereka is a process where you know, the bride is taken by her family. That's her aunts, her dad's sisters, her mom's brother, so her uncle, but her mom's brother, right? Her mom's brother's wife and her friends to her husband's family, right? So it's just basically a process where the family then welcomes her, acknowledges her as, you know, one of their own, and then the next day you basically just do a lot of work and then just show them that, you know what, you're a good wife, you're good makoti, right? You're a good daughter-in-law. So anyway, we're back, right? But now you see that every time I leave this place and I know that I'm not going to be here, I always make sure that I cook for pasta before I go, right? So what happened is, after I recorded that video when I was talking to you at Spillhouse in Harare, right? I traveled the next day, but I got home late, right? And then I couldn't cook, right? So because of that, I couldn't cook, right? So because I couldn't cook then, obviously then Saturday was the Rora day, so I rushed to Buka, so I couldn't cook. Then today I'm back. So yeah, I've got a bit of cooking to do. I need to make up for the times that I flaked on my duties. So I'm just going to show you a bit of that. But first, right now, I want to just put meat in the microwave so that I can just have it defreeze for a bit, right? Because all our meat is frozen. I forgot to ask Mfundisi to take out the meat on his way to church, or even after church. I forgot to ask him. Right now he's not yet back. He went out to go and, well, I actually haven't seen him. He went to go and fix the car because we're having a bit of car issues. So yeah, that's still being done. So I just need to make sure that by the time that he gets home, at least the meal is somewhere near, like somewhere close to being done. But before I do that, right, I actually need a cup of coffee. Funny thing is, coffee doesn't make me any more alive. It doesn't. I can sleep immediately after having coffee, but I actually just enjoy coffee. So that's why I want a cup of coffee before I do my work.
Friend, part of being a wife is being able to understand that you're there to help. And you see, my husband is very, very neat, but occasionally I do find things where they're not supposed to be, just like those socks over there that I'm picking up. And friend, I've had to understand that, you know what, that's our role as wives. We're helpers. We're God's special chosen helpers for these men. So yeah, if you don't find something misplaced here and there, if you don't find, socks to pick up, if you don't find a t-shirt to pick up somewhere, what are you there for? Okay, so embrace whatever it is, whatever gap, whatever shortcoming your husband has, embrace it and see that as, you know what, part of your assignment. You're there to help, so that's part of your assignment, and God specifically ordained you for that. It means that you're capable, more than capable of, helping him in that area of need. So yeah, walk in and find pleasure in your assignment. Hi friend, today is the 20th of May. Yesterday was our 7-month Aurora anniversary, and today is our 5-month wedding anniversary. And then Thursday is going to be our 4-year 7-month anniversary, like relationship anniversary. So I'm quite excited. I'm on my way to town to go and buy a couple of things. What's going on here? I'm on my way to town to go and buy a couple of ingredients because I want to cook something special. So the plan is to cook that special meal tonight, right? If there's electricity, the plan is to cook that special meal tonight. If not, I'll cook it on Thursday, which will be our 4-year, like I mentioned, 7-month anniversary. So I want to go and get chicken breasts and then get butternut. Where's that beep? So this one. So literally in a space of like 7 minutes, I decided against going to town. I just figured, you know what, I will, obviously, I'm traveling to Harare on Friday for a meeting. So Thursday is a travel day. So I figured it just makes more sense for me to cook the dinner on Thursday. So I'll go to town on Thursday and buy the ingredients then I can be able to have more time to prepare the food, because I have like a really big menu that I want to just, to cook. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tonight, I think what I'll just do is make beef stew. But the thing is, it's already late, hey, and I didn't boil the beef, so I think I'm just going to use the pressure cooker instead. Then I'll make the beef stew in that. But yeah, that's literally the thought process I had in a space of 5 minutes. Yeah. So now I'm already, I changed my direction. I'm headed home now. So hopefully when I get home, I'll be able to just record as I cook the beef stew in the pressure cooker. It'll be my first time using the pressure cooker actually. So hopefully when I get home there'll be electricity, and then I'll be able to use the pressure cooker and shoot. There better be electricity, because actually if there isn't, I don't know what I'm going to do, because beef is the only meat that is out of the fridge right now. Friend, today is our 4 years 7-month anniversary. So like I mentioned, right, this week is a week of anniversaries. First, the 19th, our own anniversary, and then the 20th was our wedding anniversary, and today, the 22nd, is our relationship anniversary. So I want to cook something really nice tonight. I want to make a special dinner. I didn't end up doing that the night that I talked to that day when I was talking to you. Why? Because if you remember, I went home, and thank God I went home. The Holy Spirit actually caused me to go home, because that day my father-in-law randomly surprised us and came home. So praise God, praise God I didn't do that, because then I would have not been home on time for me to welcome him. So anyway, we are now in town. I want to get the things that I need for the meals, and then just a couple of things that we just generally need at home, and then we'll go home, and then I'll prepare the food.
Brothers and sisters, just get ready for this special service. I'm saying amazing. Amazing. Floodgates opening up for us. Favor and peace to us.
This is today and the final day of the vlog. I just decided to just show you a small clip of us working together to do our laundry. So Pastor actually likes ironing and I prefer folding, so yeah, here's the teamwork. And actually, again, as I mentioned, today was a big cleanup day for us, so I look a mess, so I cannot then close off this vlog properly. So sorry friend, this is where the vlog ends. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do comment down below. I really love to hear your thoughts. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Again, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.